Hello, everybody. I don't usually go live to discuss political stuff, but I've got a little walk from the beach ahead of me and something on my mind that I will not get around to writing up, so may as well just talk about it. And that is this story that's really making the rounds of social media about how Twitter recently accidentally exposed that all these MAGA accounts are actually foreigners. Horrors, foreigners. So this is a fake news story, and it's very embarrassing to see people, especially my friends, people who are on my side of the political spectrum, people who are rational, intelligent, should be able to put two and two together, coming up, spreading this ridiculous story. So what actually happened is Twitter, for a while, I guess it was less than 24 hours, had this feature that allegedly would show you the nation that a particular Twitter or X account was based in. And after being up for a while, they took it down because it wasn't working. It was giving false information. Get out of my way, dog. It was showing all these American accounts as actually having been in foreign countries. And this included a lot of American government accounts. So, for instance, the Department of Homeland Security was shown as being based in Israel. You don't really think the Department of Homeland Security is based in Israel now, do you? So, the thing wasn't working, so they took it down. But not before people screen capped lots and lots of images of various MAGA accounts with this feature showing them actually being based outside the United States. And so now the story that is making ridiculous amount of rounds in public in social media is that the reason that Elon Musk took this down was because it was exposed that all these MAGA accounts were actually foreigners. Come on, people. Seriously? Do you think the Department of Homeland Security is based in Israel? You don't, do you? I hope not. Alright, so that is evidence enough that actually Elon Musk was telling the truth. Oh my god, yes, once in a while the man might actually tell a true story. The thing wasn't working. It flat out was not working, and so naturally they disabled it. Now, does that mean... Okay, let's just go back to our logic here. No, it doesn't necessarily mean that those various MAGA accounts weren't foreign-based bots. It just doesn't prove anything one way or the other. Okay? If it can be shown that you have an unreliable source of information, then don't quote it for information. All right? It's not an issue about whether or not there are fake social media accounts created for political purposes. We know that already, duh. And we didn't need this thing to happen to expose that which we already knew. It's embarrassing to see people make out this glitch in Twitter out to be something that it isn't. And it's particularly embarrassing to see it being used in this way that smears foreigners and makes out America's problems to be the result of foreign interference. Now, come on. All of you on social media, surely there has been some time or other you got locked out of your Facebook account. For whatever reason, you made a second Facebook account or whatever. You know it is very easy to make a new account on any social media, that there's practically no security involved in creating an account. And therefore, it's extremely easy to make bot accounts. So, do bot accounts exist? Of course they do. Of course they do. And you can make them yourself from right where you sit there in the United States. So why in the world, when you're talking about bot accounts, do you have to like put a foreign accent on them and make it out to be like evil foreigners doing nefarious work, infiltrating our great country? It's really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing to see Americans behave this way, and it's particularly embarrassing when people who are on the left side of the spectrum going for this shit. Why can't you leave the xenophobia and the rabid patriotism to the right? Seriously, let the conservatives and the right-wingers do that shit. Don't pick up that stuff yourself. I'm here, an American in Mauritius, a country that actually has reason to be annoyed with foreigners, because a lot of wealthy foreigners come here and they buy up property and they jack up prices of things. And, you know, your average native Mauritian works quite hard to scrape by an existence, and sees wealthy foreigners come in and just buy up the country and live a life that they can't afford to have. It's a much more serious situation than the imagined problems Americans are having with foreigners taking away our jobs. And yet, despite that, I've encountered very little hostility as a foreigner here. For the most part, I feel like I'm treated very well and I'm welcomed. And I really wish Americans had more of that attitude towards foreigners themselves. So this shit really, really bugs me, and I would like to see you all behave a little better. Thank you.